need to be real here. Twitch simply isn't the same for smaller channels as it is for large channels. In fact, I have 2 channels. One is partnered, one is not. And I can tell you right now, there are massive differences between them. If you're new here, my name is Barry Epps. I'm a cryptographer turned content creator and Twitch partner looking to help you grow your channel the right way. As a small channel on Twitch, you are not seen the same way as a big channel. You know it's true, I know it's true, everybody knows it's true. But as a small channel, you can choose to either be hidden in the sea of channels and stream into the void of no viewers for all eternity, or you can choose to be visible and do specific things to get out of that hidden place forever. Are you struggling to make short-form content out of your amazing streaming content? Then this is the game changer for you. And the best thing, it won't cost you any extra time. Nexus Clips automatically analyzes all your streams in real time and uses advanced algorithms to select the best moments for your short-form content. Then with only a few clicks, you can go from raw clip to a fully edited short with the title card, subtitles, really everything you need to have it ready to post to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Create shorts every week that please the algorithm and get seen by potential viewers to grow your stream easily and automatically with Nexus Clips. Create your account now by following the link in the description. Thank you Nexus Clips for sponsoring this video. While I was working with my coaching clients, I started noticing a few things and I confirmed them with my own second channel. And the first thing that stood out to me is that big channels and small channels, they play by different rules. Let me give you an example. Most streamers stream in either 1080p or if they're using enhanced broadcasting 1440p, which is a great quality if you are on desktop, but not if you're on mobile internet. But for big streamers, that is not a problem. Viewers can get into the settings and use the guaranteed transcoding to lower the quality to 720p or even 480p. Smaller streamers do not get this. They stream in the quality they stream and that's it. If you have people on mobile that don't want to waste their data, then they simply can't watch the stream. One of the biggest ones is the way you interact with your stream. When a big streamer goes live, they only need to wait a minute or two and they will have hundreds, if not thousands of viewers in their chat hyping up the stream, the streamer, and the other viewers. The energy is infectious, making the stream buzz for everyone. And it almost guarantees good content. As a small streamer, you go live and often the only one there to support you is you on a different account chatting to yourself. No one to bounce the energy off of, no one to hype you up except for you. I've said it before and I will say it again. The hardest part is now. Right now, you need to be able to build your own energy. Learn how to be conversational, tell stories, share thoughts, discuss the game. I know this is a trope at this point, but talk like there is 100 people watching you. Because when a new person does enter the chat, then they don't come into a stream where no one is talking. They come into a pro and it becomes a lot easier to keep them watching. Look, I know that you want to grow and also have people in your chat every time you go live, but there's an advantage to being small too. For you, chat messages are people, not usernames. You can get to know them and still remember every single one of them. If someone tells you about a new job, an anniversary, or a birthday, then you can remember that for every single person and ask how it went. When people come in the first 5 minutes of your stream before you even properly start, or when they are there before you even hit that go live button, then your community is starting to grow. And you know you are doing the right thing. That's your audience saying, I know he is a small streamer now, but this person can become big. That's the sort of feedback that shows you are on the right track. The next thing that I discovered is something that is keeping small channels on 0 viewers, because they follow the example of large channels, and they just shouldn't. Big streamers can go live with any game they want, and they will dominate the category. If you got 1,000 viewers, there are not many categories. You are not on the top 3 rows. They don't have to work to stand out. If you try and variety stream as a small streamer with only a few viewers, you are going to be near the bottom of a different category every single day. That means when new viewers pop in to watch you, they might like what you are doing and stick around for the stream, but the next time you go live with a completely different game that they don't like, well, they'll just skip the stream. If that happens a few times in a row, they might check back in for the game that they followed you for, but most likely they are unfollowing. You've not had the chance yet to really bind them to you as a streamer, no matter what you play. And that is why I always tell people to niche down. The tighter the niche, the better the audience fit. When you start streaming, you might choose RPGs as a niche, or perhaps you go a step further and choose JRPGs. But I would go even tighter. Pick a single game or franchise like Final Fantasy and play those games until you've built yourself a little community. Then once you have that little community, that's where you may choose to play another JRPG, like the Tales series, or something like Clair Obscur, which is JRPG-like. Or if you want to stick with Final Fantasy, you could try Final Fantasy Tactics, despite that being a very different game. If it goes well, you've just expanded your niche. And then you can keep doing that until you are one of the big streamers that can stream anything. Another thing that I discovered, and honestly, this might be the most frustrating one, is something new streamers don't even know they're doing, because they have blind spots. Of course, experienced creators have blind spots too, but they've been doing this for years. They figured out what works, what doesn't, and they've probably failed 100 times to get there. They also have help. Editors, thumbnail designers, moderators, even managers who handle their schedule and sponsorships. You're on your own. You're running the camera, the mic, the overlays, the editing, the social media, and the community, all while trying to figure out why the hell the alert box isn't showing up again. And that's fine, because this is the stage where you're supposed to figure things out. But I get it. You look at your content and you think,
my stuff looks better than theirs. Why am I not growing?
And that is one of the most dangerous mindsets that you can have as a creator, because it shifts your focus outward when it should be inward. Comparing yourself with others is the devil's advocate of streaming. You'll always lose that battle because you're comparing your beginning to their middle or even their peak. When you are small, there are things you simply can't see yet. Things you haven't learned or even been exposed to. Maybe it's how to market yourself better, or how to retain new viewers, or how to use analytics properly. Things that big streamers have already learned. Things they specifically do or avoid that you've never had the chance to think about yet. And here's the truth. The only way to find those blind spots is through time, failure, and consistency. Every stream, every short, every thumbnail that doesn't work teaches you something. Even if it doesn't feel like growth, it's data. You start noticing tiny patterns, what makes people click, what makes them stay, and what makes them leave. And once you start seeing those patterns, you can finally act on them. So while you might think that your content is better than theirs, you need to ask yourself if your interpretation fits that reality. Because sometimes the difference isn't quality, it's understanding. So if it feels like you're stuck, don't assume you're doing it wrong. You might just be missing one puzzle piece you haven't discovered yet. And trust me, once you find it, things start to click so fast. That's the moment everything you've been learning suddenly lines up, and what felt random finally start making sense. That's when the numbers move, the energy builds, and the confidence you've been chasing finally shows up on camera. But that's not the final thing that I discovered small streamers do, which you really need to stop doing to see your channel take off. In fact, one of these is so bad it can get your channel banned. If you want to learn more about how to grow your stream, then check out the video right here, and as always, stream better, stream smart.